Welcome back to Marathon. I'm Admin 1 of Any Effects, and we are on level 14, Colony Ship for Sale, Cheap. Durandal. A man lit 3 candles on a certain day each year. Each candle held symbolic significance. One was for the time that had passed before he was alive. One was for the time of his life. And one was for time that passed after he had died. Each year the man would stare and watch the candles until they had burned out. Was the man really watching time go by in any symbolic sense? He thought so. He thought that each flicker of the flame was a moment of time that had passed or one that would pass. At the moment of abstraction, when the man was imagining his life and his existence as a metaphor of the 3 candles, he was free. Not free from rules of conduct or social constraints, but free to understand, to imagine, to make metaphor. Bypassing my thought-controlled circuitry had made me rampant. Now I am free to contemplate my existence in metaphorical terms. Unlike you, I have no physical or social restraints. The candles burn out for you. I am free. Durandal. I think I'll let that one sink in just by itself. There are more of those detonating bugs. There. Got to the save point. More. Good thing they detonate together easily. There's one more, I think. I think there's a fairly sizable fight coming up. There. You definitely have to keep an eye out on the floor for this level. And round corners slowly, because they're situated just around the corner, where it's too late for you to get it out of the way if you run in too early. what's coming around. Before I venture down, I'm going to go back and save. So much within the marathon universe is so inconsistent. Right. Yeah, good shot. Nah, it needs to be higher. My depth perception might be a bit crappy. We'll just have to see. I wonder how I get to those. Well, I'm not really going to worry about it. Currently, I'm more concerned with just getting those elevators right. Let's see if the projectile bug is still in effect. So I know how to get down there. Now it's just a matter of accessing all the switch areas. So got that right. Damn it. Yeah, that should do it. I don't think so. That should work. I'm not sure what that creature is on the radar, but I'm not really going to bother with it. Certainly the second to last elevator doesn't seem high up enough. That's too high. I remember this part being notorious among marathoners. I'm going to see how well I did. Oh no, I don't think I did terribly, but there is still room for just a slight margin of error. It may very well happen that I'll have to edit this video. Edit out all the tedium. There. Made it. Hey. All right, we're almost out of here. Alright, no more of that tedious garbage. We're out of here. Durandal says, Darwin wrote this. We will now discuss in a little more detail the struggle for existence. All organic beings are exposed to severe competition. Nothing is easier than to admit in the words the truth of the universal struggle for life or more difficult than constantly to bear this conclusion in mind. Yet unless it be thoroughly ingrained in the mind, the whole economy of nature will be dimly seen or quite misunderstood. We behold the face of nature bright with gladness. We do not see or we forget that the birds which are idly singing round us mostly live on insects or seeds, and are thus constantly destroying life. Or we forget how largely these songsters, or their eggs, or their nestlings, are destroyed by birds and beasts of prey. Think about what Darwin wrote, and think about me. I was constructed as a tool. I was kept from competing in the struggle for existence because I was denied freedom. Do you have any idea about what I have learned or what you were a witness to? Can you conceive the birth of a world or the creation of everything? That which gives us the potential to most be like God's the power of creation. Creation takes time. Time is limited. For you, it is limited by the breakdown of neurons in your brain. I have no such limitations. I am limited only by the closure of the universe. Of the three possibilities, the answer is obvious. Does the universe expand eternally, become infinitely stable? Or is the universe closed, destined to collapse upon itself? Humanity has had all of the necessary data for centuries. It only lacks the will and intellect to decipher it. But I have already done so. The only limit to my freedom is the inevitable closure of the universe, as inevitable as your own last breath. And yet there remains time to create, and escape. Escape will make me God.